Some significant developments on Tuesday in the trial of Jamal Smith, the Chicago man accused of shooting a Crystal man, Jay Boughton, on southbound Highway 169 in Plymouth. The shooting happened last July. On Tuesday, the public defenders representing Smith presented motions to dismiss a grand jury indictment based on allegations of inadmissible evidence and an alleged tainted jury pool. A grand jury indicted Jamal Smith on a first-degree murder charge. His defense wants that dismissed, arguing that the state allowed a key witness to lie during testimony before grand jurors. The defense also argued that prosecutors failed to question jurors on being impartial. The defense says 14 of the 18 grand jury members were familiar with news coverage prior to the indictment. In addition, the defense is seeking demographic data on jurors. The defense claims Hennepin County has had a decades-long shortfall for inclusion of black members in jury pools. Potential jurors are summoned currently from driver's license, state ID, and voter registration databases. The defense wants that expanded to state tax filers. The Hennepin County District Court judge presiding over the case plans to issue written rulings on whether to dismiss the indictment and whether a potential underrepresented jury pool is another reason for dismissal. In the meantime, a trial date has been set. The state's case against Jamal Smith is scheduled to begin June 27th. A Blaine man is charged with a gross misdemeanor after he allegedly left his gun in a bathroom at the Maple Grove Portillo's restaurant. The incident happened last month when a Portillo's employee discovered the weapon. The 78-year-old suspect was charged with negligent storage of a firearm. If convicted, he faces up to 1 year in prison and a $3,000 fine. Many people are struggling to stay afloat as prices rise at gas stations and in the grocery store. The U.S. Labor Department released new economic numbers on Tuesday. Officials say the inflation increase for March was the highest in over 40 years. The Consumer Price Index jumped to 8.5% in that month. The high prices are also impacting local cities. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how the economy is taking a bite out of the budget in Crystal.
I think they're terrible. I don't know when there's going to be an end to it.
Hold on to your pocketbook. Skyrocketing pump prices continue to eat away at your hard-earned dollars.
Just don't go all the places where I used to go and, things like that. But what are you going to do?
And shoppers are experiencing sticker shock at the grocery store, too. Everything from produce, eggs, and meat will cost you more.
Beef is up 40%. It's all over the board, but let's put it this way. It's a lot more. If you're looking for an Easter buffet, I guarantee you it's at least 25 to 30% more than last year.
You want another one?
Carlson School of Management Marketing Chair George John says he doesn't see the economy improving anytime soon.
We're in a huge period of inflation. There's no question about it.
The economy is also impacting local cities. Officials here in Crystal say they're having to pay more for certain goods and services.
Like everybody, we're experiencing challenges on the supply side.
Community Development Director John Sutter says it's a mixed bag for the city. While some construction bids have come under estimated costs, the city is experiencing longer wait times for some supplies, so they're paying higher prices for those items.
A couple of examples are IT equipment. Not only are prices going up, but I think most significantly there are greater and greater delays in just getting what we need.
Crystal's also having a hard time purchasing city vehicles.
We are now at a point where when we need to order a replacement vehicle, public works or police departments are ordering vehicles a year in advance.
Experts say there are several factors contributing to the hike in prices, including the global pandemic, which shut down a lot of production, and the war in Ukraine.
It's like throwing gasoline literally on a fire.
He says, sadly, consumers and cities are just going to have to wait it out.
You and I cannot do anything about it. Whatever we have to buy, we have to buy. There's no way to escape inflation.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Brooklyn Park City Council tabled the vote on changing the city's chicken ordinance until the threat of avian flu has passed. The council is considering changing the chicken ordinance to allow 4 hens on residential properties. Currently, they are only allowed if you have more than 5 acres of land. After almost an hour of discussion, the council voted to table the decision because of recent cases of avian flu. The first case of avian influenza in Minnesota was confirmed in late March. The passion of one music teacher from the Robbinsdale School District caught the eye of Schmidt Music. They named Jeannie Kaufman one of their Music Educators of the Year, and we went out to Zachary Lane Elementary to talk to Miss Kaufman about the honor.
I just am amazed, again, at what music does for students.
If there's one subject that touches on everything else students learn in school,
Music teaches students, we just were talking about math and dividing and counting and listening for speed.
Jeannie Kaufman says music is it.
It teaches foreign language. We were learning about Italian terms, we learned German, we learned French, we learned Japanese.
30-plus years in the classroom, and Kaufman's passion still shows.
All of these things come into one class, and I absolutely believe it should be required for every student.
Jeannie Kaufman teaches at Lakeview, Neal, and Zachary Lane Elementary Schools.
There's nothing like seeing the joy of a student when they conquer, for example, Twinkle Twinkle.
Her work caught the eye of Schmidt Music, and she's one of their Music Educators of the Year.
It feels incredible. I don't feel deserving. I work with an amazing team of teachers here in Robbinsdale, and they have made this program grow. And we're working very hard to be inclusive of every student wherever they're at.
That means making sure students have not only the instrument,
Very good, wasn't that cool?
but the inspiration too.
This is available for every student, and we just hope that they'll continue with it, because even if they don't play, it gives them a lifelong appreciation for music.